Good evening, all. It's been a little minute, but how's everybody doing? I'm doing okay. Decided to post a video because I was trying to think of things to talk about. And I have a lot of things that I can talk about, but you know, when you're working, it's kind of hard to make time for conversation with with others other than your immediate and extended family. So I'm making time now because I'm on my break. And of course, I'm at work again, and that's my life. I can't even lie, my life is working. Everybody's telling the truth about uh, working, and no, like everything is work. But anyway, I don't want to sound negative about working, but I just wanted to get up here and say that you realize when people are people who you. I wanted to talk about people that you inspire and how it can be positive or negative. Like, and this goes for anybody. This is not just. I'm not just specifically talking about a person. I'm just saying in general. Like, it could be at your job. It can be a close relative. It can be a friend. It could be your neighbor. It just can be anybody who, if you inspire them, they like you will notice that you inspire them. Like, for instance, my highest weight was 240 pounds, and I'm down to about 185 ish. My goal weight was 180 because I don't want to be a skinny chick. And so I'm like 5 pounds away from my goal weight. Um, I've had people come in my face, never mention my weight loss. And you know how heavy I was at one point. Like, I had got really heavy at one point, and I lost some weight. And people never, not everybody, but there are a lot of people who will never tell you losing weight or you looking good or you lost weight. But there are some people who, as soon as you gain a pound, they notice. Or if you lost a significant amount of weight, when you start gaining the weight back, especially the first couple of pounds, they automatically notice. And not only do they notice, but they're gonna let you know that you gained some weight. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, because sometimes you need to hear it in order for you to change your ways. And yeah, sometimes it sticks to you in that manner. But when you have someone who doesn't notice your accomplishment or your achievement on losing weight, on your weight loss journey, and then they come in your face, and you've noticed that that they're losing weight, but you really don't pay people mind like that. But they're coming in your face now talking about their weight loss. And I feel as though, like, with me, I don't know if it's just that because I'm, a bit introverted, that I don't like to talk too much when I'm around people. Like, I'm more of a quiet person. Like, I keep my most deepest inner thoughts to myself. And so I've had somebody come in my face and be like, yeah, I look at me, I'm losing weight. And I lost, my pants is falling off of me. Instead of letting me notice their weight loss and letting me say, um, wow, you losing weight. They didn't give me a chance. They got in my face because they seen I was losing weight and got in my face and was like, yeah, my weight loss. Look at me. And never said anything about mine, but was like, look at me. And then I can't even say that fully because, well, yeah, with some people they will do that. And then y'all know how much hair I got on my head. And I'm not bragging. Not bragging about, because a lot of people don't even like locks. So I'm not even bragging about that. But then I have people in my face with, look how long my hair is getting. Like, and I'm like, am I a child? Do I look like I need to notice you? Like, am I a kid? Like, does my hair and my weight loss bother you? Is the reason why you in my face with all your stuff? Like, you didn't give me a chance to say it to you. You have to bring it to my attention. So that right there tells me that I kind of inspire you, because if you didn't notice my weight loss, you wouldn't be in my face with your weight loss. I don't think you would just let me notice it naturally. If I was still 240 pounds and I didn't lose any weight, and I said, and I looked at you and saw that you lost weight, and I acknowledged your weight loss, I feel like that's better than you not acknowledging mine at all. But then you get in my face and start talking about your weight loss, and you're in my face and you didn't acknowledge anything about me, my hair, but you're in my face showing me how long your hair is. What, it's not locks. Like, the person didn't have locks, they had a washing set, you know, when you go to the Dominicans and get the washing set. I used to do those things years ago, but even then I had a lot of hair in my head. But I wouldn't be in people's face like, look at me, look at my hair's so long. I never did that, never did that. And so that's one thing that kind of lets me know that I must be inspiring you, for you to be in my face with all your stuff, showing. And you ever had that person that come in your face with their phone and show you every picture in the phone, like after you say, oh, those you look so nice in those pictures a couple of times, or after you say, you know, um wow, you have a nice looking family, and you see a few photos, and mind you, you don't know the person's family, you don't really know them outside of work, but it's nice to see photos of your, you know, your coworkers, or, you know, people you associate with. But there's a limit on what you should, you know, like, there should be a cutoff, especially for a person who doesn't know anything about you or your lifestyle or your family. You have to know, you know, social cues. The social cues is when, you know, I don't have time to sit here and look at every photo in your phone. Um, so that's another thing that I don't think is that I would do. I wouldn't personally do it. I'm not saying that you shouldn't, and I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with it. Some people are nosy, so they don't mind looking at every photo and everything that you show them. But I'm, you know, like I said, I'm introverted, so I don't care about all that stuff. I like to see nice things, and I like to see people happy, and I like to see family. I love to see families together, togetherness with families. I love that. But for me to go up to my coworker or somebody who I just associate with, and they really don't know me outside of what I associate with them for, I wouldn't whip out my phone and start showing all the pictures that I have in my phone. You know, like going through pictures, you showing me family members that I don't know, and you bragging about, you know, like you bragging about stuff like sneakers, and I don't want. I'm not no young chick. I don't want to. I don't want. I don't care. I don't want to see it. I don't. Then the other thing, the other way that you can tell that you inspire people is when they start looking like you. Like, you didn't tell me, you know, that you like my style and my swag, but I've noticed that you've been looking just like me. And that's not a bad thing. But when people take your stuff and make it theirs, and you know, I'm just talking in general, like they take your stuff and make it theirs, and then talk talk to you, or be in your face with your stuff, like be in your face with your things, like the things that are you and not them. That feels a little, yeah, it doesn't feel too great. um so that's another way that, I mean, not that it doesn't feel too great, because sometimes it does feel, if it feels like, wow, I inspired that person, she liked it, she liked what I, you know, she liked the way I wore that, or she liked the way those look on me, so she tried it on herself. You know, sometimes it's innocent stuff, but then other times it's, I got what you know, I could get what you got, or, you know, whatever you can do, I can do. Whatever you did, I did. You know, like that. Okay, check. What else do you got for me? All right, check. Next. What else? You know, so that's another way that you can tell that you inspire someone, but when they try to dismiss that it was your thing, or they make it their thing, it just, it feels a little funny. It feels a little weird. And the other thing about inspiring people is you must inspire people who have to call you, or who, you know, let me say, I have to call you and not even call you, or just be talking in general, and have to just like one up you on everything. Everything that you do, I can do, if not better, if not more. So, like I said, I don't really have time for that. I don't have time for that kind of energy. I don't have time for people trying to find out what, you know, like what am I doing in my life? And if I inspire you, I feel like that's a good thing, but don't take that and run with it. Like, don't, I don't want to sound vain. That's why sometimes I don't even get up here, because I don't know what to talk about. But I don't like it. Like, I don't like when people do it in that manner. Like, I like to know that I inspired you, but I don't like to know that you're trying to, you know, like dismiss me. And then you're monitoring me too. Like, you know, like they call it monitoring spirits. You're monitoring everything I do, everything I wear, and everything I say, so that you could do the same exact thing, or look the same exact way. You know, I had a friend in the past. I want to tell y'all right quick. I have a picture. I have a picture of me and this friend in the past. And when I tell y'all that we met up one day, I didn't know either, but that was the way I regularly dressed. And when I showed up, we looked like the Bobbsey motherfucking twins. Excuse my language. We look like the Bobbsey twins. I got there. We had the same hairstyle. We had the same outfit, basically. We basically had the same kind of sneakers in different colors. And I hated it. Like, every time I look at that picture today, I'm like, this reminds me of that movie Single White Female. I don't know if anyone's seen that in the past, but that's what it reminds me of. When you act in that manner, like, I like being my own individual person. I don't like looking like someone else. And there are people who inspire me, but that's their style. That's what I like about them. That's not what I want for me myself. Like, and I'm not saying that sometimes you can't want some of that for yourself. It's true. Sometimes if there's something that really catches your eye, you might be like, I like that. I'm gonna try that. You know. So you let the person know that I'm inspired by you, but there are people who can't do that, and who will just be in your face watching you, and monitoring you, and they will just, you know, you could feel them when they stare, like even on the job, you could feel them when they staring at you. You could feel them when they are just watching you, like, just, they can't keep their eye. Every time you look like this, they looking at you. Like, is that not weird? But like I said, there are some people you inspire, and it's not always a bad thing, but when it is a bad thing, it's very freaking irritating. It's very irritating when there are people monitoring your every move and trying to figure out what you're doing next. And if you're one of those people who, oh, she told me her idea, I'm gonna run and do it first. I don't like that. Cause I'm not like that. If you tell me your idea and you tell me something that you want to do, if it's something I'm interested, I'll start asking you questions like, is there any way you can teach me? Because I really like that idea, and I would love to try it myself. That's how you come. You come humble when you when there's something that, you admire about a person, you don't want to come off as that person that I'm about to steal your whole identity. You don't want to come off as that kind of person. And so I just wanted to get up here and say that there's a lot of people who inspire me. And if you inspire me, most times I'm going to let you know that you do. But the kind of inspiration it depends on what it is, because I don't want to be inspired by somebody to the point where I'm looking just like them or acting just like them. So I want to be inspired by you, but I want to be my own person, and I want to have my own ideas and my own swag. Now, if there's something that interests me about whatever it is that you're doing, I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask you for advice on how I should go about doing it. But I wouldn't try to do it exactly, the way you did it, because everybody's different. I might be doing it a little bit differently, and then I might call you and confide in you and be like, I tried what you said. It's going this way. Do you think I'm doing a good job? That's how you inspire somebody. That's how you get inspired by somebody. You don't get inspired, listen to all their stuff, get inspired by them, and then call them and act like what they just told you is yours. like that's my idea and you stole that from me. You don't do that. So, and so that's all I wanted to say. I don't like to be in females' faces talking about myself. And I don't like people doing it to me, which I've been getting that a lot all my life. And some females think it's innocent. They take it as, like you being somebody to talk to. But there comes a time where you have to say, is this the right time for me to be talking about this? And is the right person for me to be talking about it too? Um, I'm the type that I don't like small talk. I hate small talk. So if you're in my face and you're just small talking, and I'm highly irritated. And sometimes you can tell that I'm irritated because now I'm like, okay, I got to get busy, and I'm, like I can't do it. And definitely don't be in someone's face with, like all your photos, like every last photo in your phone. If they ask to see it, and that might be something too, because you like looking at them like, I don't have to. Why you asking to see my stuff? I didn't offer to show you, unless you're putting it on social media where everybody can see it. I don't think you should, you know. Anyway, I just want to say there's a lot of people that inspire me. And if you are somebody who is very inspirational to me, I will let you know how inspirational you are to me, and how I think you're such a wonderful person to share the information with me. But I will never go back to you with that information and act like it was originally mine and make it seem like it's my idea. Like I would never do that to people, but people have the freaking audacity to do it to me. So all I can do is inside laugh and then think to myself, wow, this is what helping someone gets you. Anyway, with that being said, I hope I can inspire someone to be their greatest self, like as far as, you know, knowing social cues and, you know, knowing what's acceptable and what's not. I'm not trying to teach nobody, no, especially no adults. I'm not trying to tell no adults how to act or what to do. I will be implementing these things with my grandkids when they get a certain age. I will be if I'm still alive, I will be reinforcing everything, because the way some of the experiences I had in my life with different people, I already know my pretty little granddaughters, and I'm gonna say they are very pretty. My grandsons too, very handsome. My pretty little granddaughters are going to have a lot of these things happening to them. It's already happening. One of my grandkids are in kindergarten, and she already got other little girls staring at her like this, looking at her like this, and ready to spit on her and all kind of stuff. She's 5. She came home and said her friend spit on her. So it's just awful. You have to school the kids from young. When they start going to school is when they start having to, you have to start with the schooling them about how other people act, because 9 times out of 10 it's not them, it's other people. So with that being said, I hope I can inspire someone to be their greatest self. And I love when people inspire me to be my greatest self. I don't have it all together. I'm not perfect. I'm not trying to give anyone advice that I wouldn't even take. But let's just all try to be our greatest self. And if you're inspired by somebody, it doesn't hurt you to acknowledge that they showed you something that you didn't know before. And it's not nice to take what they showed you and act like that was yours and your idea in the beginning. Don't do it. It's not it's not becoming. So with that being said, you all have a nice rest of your day or evening, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.